Welcome back to the Awesome Physio YouTube channel. Today's quick relief routine is going to be targeting chest muscle pain. So if we're doing stuff day to day where we're leaning forward or we're lifting during the day, it's really common that we feel just a dull ache and tightness across the chest muscles. We're going to be going for a quick routine to get rid of that soreness. So a great place to start if you're feeling tightness through this area is to start to bring the shoulders back, because the more the shoulders are dropping forward, the more it's going to compress around the front. So for the first 15 seconds, we just want to be pulling the shoulders backwards. So we're doing backwards kind of circumduction movement or circular movements. And what you want to aim to do is, as you're bringing the arms back, you almost want to picture that you're opening up through the chest. So you're going to be doing that for 15 seconds. You can take the arm fully out if you want to, but you can just kind of either roll it with your hands here or down by your side, just rolling the shoulders back. So you might feel it kind of clicking a little bit into the shoulders and then relaxing through there. Next, you want to start to target some of the key muscles. So if you're getting tightness in between the ribs or underneath the collarbone, it's really common to have little nodules within the belly of the muscles, which are quite tender, so little trigger points into the muscles. So the first bit we're going to do is just drop below the collarbones. You're going to start from the shoulder. You're going to start on the outer part of the collarbone, coming across towards the sternum. So what you're feeling for here is you want your finger to be in line with the collarbone, and you're feeling for any little bits that are a tiny bit tender. Once you find that point, it should feel quite soft with palpation. You're going to hold that for a couple of seconds, wait for that pain to come down, and then relax. And then again, moving across, holding underneath the collarbone, pushing for a couple of seconds, waiting for that soreness to relax. And again, you're making your way all the way towards the sternum, so until you reach that end point of the collarbone, holding for a couple of seconds. You can then do the same thing a little bit lower. So if we're coming from the armpit area across, you can literally bring your hand across and you'll find in some of the chest muscles a little bit tender, again holding that for a couple of seconds. So this is before we've even stretched or really kind of pulled into that area. We want to make sure we're getting rid of any little points of tightness, so little trigger points. So you're going to do about 15 to 20 seconds on this side, and then of course, just to show you again, you're going to repeat on the other side, particularly if the chest pain is going across the front of the chest. So you want to start again over by the shoulder and then following the collarbone across, so your finger is right in line with that collarbone, holding in that position, holding for a couple of seconds, and then coming across again and then holding. So the idea is, if you can get rid of these horrible little points that are causing a lot of tightness, it will really start to help, relaxing through that upper chest area and getting the shoulders back. So literally holding these points of tenderness and then relaxing there. So next we want to stretch through the chest muscles. So you want your arm up at 90 degrees, either against a wall, or I typically use our fridge because it's quite nice and sturdy. And what you want to do is you want to hold the arm in that position. So already for a lot of people, by turning away slightly, that's going to be enough of a stretch. But if you want to exaggerate it even more, you're going to turn your head as you continue to turn the body, fixing the arm in that position, so you'll feel that stretch across the chest. So the pull will be from around the armpit area right into the middle of the chest, into that sternum. If you've got a bad shoulder, or it's just a little bit too tender, what you might want to do for this stretch is, as you wind back, you would either reduce the range for those 15 seconds, or you can straighten out the arm and just have the arm a little bit lower, so you don't have to come up so high with the stretch. So have the arm out straight, a little bit lower, and then gently turn away. So again, that is enough of a stretch for a lot of people, particularly any previous injuries, either frozen shoulder or rotator cuff injuries or subacromial impingement. You're going to struggle to have the shoulder up so high, so you want to hold that position there for about 15 seconds. And then gently and slowly relaxing back. So for the final stretch, we want to release across both sides of the chest, but we also want to get the ribs involved as well. So with this stretch, we're going to be adding it with breathing. So you're going to clasp your hands behind your back. Obviously you want it down low, so you want your palms kind of touching down into the pelvis area. So you're not lifting them up here, they're kind of down here, so your shoulders are relaxed. And then as you breathe in, you're going to pull the arms backwards, okay? So you're really stretching across the shoulders. So as you breathe in, pulling everything back, hold, and then as you breathe out, hold in that position there. And again, you can exaggerate it a little bit more. So as you breathe in, pulling the arms back, you know, really feeling that stretch across the chest. So you almost want to imagine you're lifting up through the chest as well, holding for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then relaxing down. If you've got bad wrists or bad shoulders, you can adapt that where your hands are on your side, and then as you breathe in, you just bring your shoulders back, so you're pinching them back. So although it's not as deep of a stretch, it's a good alternative if you've got really horrible kind of pain around your shoulders, or if it's a little bit too much. So again, breathing in, you're bringing the shoulders back, holding for a second, and then as you're breathing out, relaxing. And again, same again. Bringing the shoulders back, pinching them together, and then relaxing there, and just repeating that a couple of times. Finally, we want to get a lovely stretch for your scalene muscles. So there's 3 different scalenes, but they blend from the neck down into the upper ribs. So it's really important if you're struggling with chest pain that we're stretching through these muscles as well. So how we fire through the scalene, so if we're targeting this side first, you want to get your shoulder relaxed, obviously, initially, get into a good position. You're going to turn the head towards the side that you're stretching. You're going to bring opposite ear to opposite shoulder, and then you're going to gently extend up, and you'll feel that pull all through that area. And then you can exaggerate the stretch over if you need to, or you can just let it rest in that position, so you'll feel that stretch. Once you're in that position, you then want to breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just deepening that stretch a little bit more, because like I said earlier, you know, your scalenes are massively influenced by your rib movement. Once you've done that on one side, obviously repeating on the opposite side. So again, nice and relaxed through the shoulders. You're going to turn to the turn to the side that you're going towards, bringing opposite ear away, and then looking up. And again, you can even see the muscles where they're stretching. You're going to hold that there, and then take a big deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, just try to tip the head back slightly and bring it away. So just exaggerating that stretch, and that's a lovely stretch up through here, because loads of us, if we're getting chest tightness, typically get a lot of tightness into the neck and the shoulders as well. So what we'd recommend with this routine is adding it in maybe once or twice a week, or fitting it in with something that you already do. So if you're already training all the time, try and layer those habits, and maybe use this as your cool down routine after exercise to really make sure that you're targeting those key areas.